And good afternoon. Welcome to Today at the Races, presented by Fidelity First. We're live here at Laurel Park by the historic paddock. It's opening day for a big 43-day summer meet here at Laurel Park. And, well, just like we had for Black-Eyed Susan and Preakness this spring, beautiful weather to kick off a big summer meet.
Really looking forward to it. Good meet at Pimlico. Had a lot of fun over there. I miss it. Too short of a meet for me, Stan, but had some success at the windows, which was good. But we're back here at Laurel Prime for a really good summer meet.
Let's just show you the schedule real quick. We're going to have live racing this month of June, Friday through Sunday. Okay, first race post time 1:10 here in June, and then so that's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's through June 30th, and then we'll add Thursday starting July 4th. We'll add Thursday racing. We'll go Thursday through Sunday, all the way through closing day Sunday. So Sunday, August 18th, all right? Then we go to the State Fair. But what a big summer meet it's going to be. 43-day meet, 13 stake races worth $1.1 million in purses. We'll get to all the stake races, but real quick, opening weekend. Nice job by the racing office. A total of 101 horses entered in 9 grass races over the first 2 days. We're on the All Along and the Dahlia Turf course. That's an average of a little over 11 starters per race on the grass. So if you like big fields on a world-class turf course, this summer meet here at Laurel Park is your kind of meet.
And that's what you want. Offer betting opportunities to the betting public. We're going to have that. These guys work very hard in our racing office. I know it's tough with the competition up and down, the Mid-Atlantic, but they're doing their job and they're doing their part, and we're getting these fields here each and every racing day. So it just gives you so many chances at a big score. And what I like, you don't have to be that big better. You can bet a little and work it into a lot with these multi-race wagers in these big fields.
Just watch our show. That's all they need to do. Watch our show. We have one of the best handicapping shows in the country. We give out winners every day. We give out big tickets. So we give out plays of the day, multi-race tickets. So that's all they need to do. Just watch our show. We have the videos galore to get to and tickets and everything. So that's this weekend. The stakes action, like I mentioned, 13 stake races worth $1.1 million in purses. The stakes action starts Sunday, June 16th. We're going to have $400,000 stakes that day, and then stakes action continues Sunday, July 14th. We'll have 5 stake races worth over $400,000 that day, and then the big Maryland Pride Day that returns final Saturday of the summer meet, Saturday, August 17th. That's like a warm-up for the Maryland Million Day, and Maryland Pride Day becoming almost as big as Maryland Million Day.
It is. It's a great day, and it's a preview. Shows what we've done over here at the Maryland Jockey Club at Laurel Park, showcase all the improvements, the racing product. It's a great day for the fans to come out. Always some free giveaways and things like that for them to get involved. Looking forward. Anytime we can get a new bettor out here, we welcome with open arms. So they're doing their part, and it's I think this summer is going to be a really, really big summer here at Laurel Park. The grass course looks absolutely perfect right now.
Yeah. Graham Motion says it's one of the best turf courses in the country. So we hope to continue the momentum from the Preakness meet. It was very strong. Record handle both Black-Eyed Susan and Preakness Day. We had a record attendance on Black-Eyed Susan Day and a big attendance as well on Preakness Day, even though they had to close some of the seats. Some people were saying we wouldn't get over 100,000. We still had one of the biggest crowds in the record books. Over 131,000 came out on Preakness Day. So we had beautiful weather. Jockey Trevor McCarthy, he had a big meet. He won his 4th consecutive riding title, winning the Preakness meet at Pimlico. So McCarthy, he's on a roll. And how about the leading trainer, Jamie Ness? He had a monster meet at Pimlico.
He was kind of, a little bit, I don't know if to say on the chilly side, but he wasn't really tearing it up like he used to. But boy, all of a sudden, boom, he burst right back onto the scene and making his presence known. It's certainly going to be a factor all summer.
So last year's, for the summer meet, last year's leading rider was Jevion Toledo here at Laurel, and Claudio Gonzalez. He's your defending leading trainer from the summer meet last year. So that's last summer. That's last meet at Pimlico. Let's get right to it today. We have a big show to get to. We have the Stronach 5 today, the popular national wager with that guaranteed $100,000 pool, industry low, 12% takeout on the Stronach 5, just like both pick 5s here at Laurel Park. Let's show you the lineup of races. It's going to start Santa Anita Park, race 3, at about 5:08 Eastern time. Then Laurel Park's going to be involved. Race 9, a big 12-horse field sprinting on the Dahlia Turf Course. Race 9 is going to go off at about 5:22. So Laurel Park, race 9 is the second leg of today's Stronach 5. Then Gulfstream Park, race 7. Then Golden Gate Fields, race 5. And then back down to Gulfstream Park, race 9. I think we're going to have some big prices score in the Stronach 5 today. I like a 15-1 shot in Laurel Park, race 9. The second leg will get to all that. But I think the Stronach 5, like it's been doing all spring long, it offers great value once again today.
Oh, yeah, you see the payouts each and every week. If you're not involved, get involved into the Stronach 5.
All right, so let's get right to it. Let's show you a picture of both racing surfaces here. The main track is going to be fast. The turf looks beautiful. We're on the all-along turf course with no rail setting, and the Dahlia turf course with the rail at 52 feet. We're in the 80, low 80s, mostly sunny, fast and firm, 110 for the first race. Let's get right to it.
Okay.
Race 1 kicks off the rolling super high 5. That has a low 15% takeout. We have it every race with 7 or more horses, so keep your eye on that throughout the day. Also, race 1 kicks off the popular early pick 5. It's a mandatory payout on this early pick 5, industry low, 12% takeout. I have a ticket. Let's check it out here. I have a $32 ticket. I go 4 deep in the first couple races. Race 1, I used the 1-3-5-8. That's a maiden 2-year-old race going 5/8. Race 2, I think that's wide open as well. I used the 1-3-5-7 there. A couple singles. Race 3, this horse is going to be an awfully short price favorite. I don't think you can beat him. The 2 quad 8s looks awfully tough to beat there in race 3, so I single on him. Then race 4, my best bet of the day is the 6 Music Maker. I single on him. You have a stat on him,
Yes.
A 4-year-old filly for trainer Arnaud Delacour. And then race 5, I go 5 deep in there with the 3, 6, 7, 8. So let's take a look here at race 1. 5/8 on the main track. Maiden claiming 40,000 for 2-year-old. Scratch the 2 total access. Still a nice 7-horse field. I go with my price play on the of the day. You have this horse on top
good.
as well.
I didn't.
All right, the 8 Irish Town, 6-1. Angel Cruz will ride for trainer Steve Casey. This is cold. He's bred all right. He's by Algorithms, an up-and-coming Bernardini $5,000 stallion out of a Grand Slam mare. They paid $17,000 for him as a yearling at Keeneland, and I like the works. A nice work from the gate late April right here at Laurel Park, and a good half-mile work May 3rd, and then a real nice 5-furlong workout from the gate May 24th here at Laurel, 102-2. That's not bad. I like the outside post. Steve Casey, he does well with the young horses. So we both like the 8 Irish Town in race 1.
Yeah, the 2 horses that have run in here, they haven't shown a ton of gate speed, so maybe we can get that from the outside with Irish Town by Algorithms, who hits about 21% stand with his 2-year-old firster sprinting on the dirt, and you get a positive RI off of those runners. This horse is a half to a 3-time winner and a 4-time winner. They both ran pretty well in their debut. So Irish Town, I like it, a little bit of a price shot in the opener today. Also going to throw in the 6, Electric Choke. So I'm hoping one of these firsters jump up and run big. Wayne Potts, Jen Miller teamed up a couple years ago with strong record with some 2-year-old first-time starters. By Flashback, he's about a 14% strike rate with the firsters going short at 2. Kin to a couple winners, including a 2-year-old winner, 3-phase. So I like the firsters here, the 6 or the 8. I think Malibu Moonstruck, who took a ton of play in debut, made up for a poor effort, had a lot of trouble in that race, but very willing behind Lebda, a well-man horse from Gonzalez last time out. So, yeah, I guess you say the 3's the horse to beat. I'm going to take a shot with the firsters. Cold Sweat might show a little bit more with the blinkers on.
Well, yeah, gets blinkers on today. Still a tough inside post. But you had a Jorge Riaz aboard for John Salzman Jr. there on the 1 Cold Sweat. So we like the same horse on top, Irish Town, number 8 in the opener. You like the early pick 4. Early pick 4 action starts in race 2. Let's check out your ticket and see how you played it.
Yeah, I know we've got that horse of Jerry Robbs. Is going to be an awfully short price in race 3. But a lot of money came in on the turf. And a little, this drop on the 2 scares me a little bit. So get you started. Race 2 with the 1-3-7. Third race at 2 and 3, quad 8s and on the turf. Fourth race, 6 and 10. Lulu's on the move, maybe a little bit extra price there for Hammy off of a layoff, but clearly the one to beat. I believe Music Maker just won well in hand down at Tampa last time out when breaking her maiden. We wrap it up in the 5th. I think this is a wide open affair. 136-789 for a $36 early pick 4 ticket. How about High Society? Maybe it'll blow it up for Marilyn McMullen, who is an awfully good ROI as a trainer.
Well, you get the 7-pound apprentice, Victor Rosales on the 1, High Society. One might get a nice ground-saving trip. I agree with you. I think race 5's wide open as well. Let's check out the 2nd, though. Going 6 furlongs on the main track, claiming 16,003 and up. Never won 3 life or straight 3-year-olds. That's the condition. I go with the 5 on top. Let's start there with the 5 real quick. Poplar Avenue for trainer Claudio Gonzalez. Antonio Quills, 7-pound apprentice, will ride. And this horse comes off the layoff. Last time we saw him, a nice win back in January right here at Laurel Park. He galloped that day. That was against 12-5-2 Life Company, going 5.5 in a slop. He got a lifetime best 74 Beyer speed figure that day. Claudio's freshened him up since then. A couple useful works recently up at Delaware. I think the 5 Poplar Avenue, he's going to try to go to the front and try to steal it early here with the bug boy for Claudio. So you use him a little bit as well.
Yeah, I use him underneath. He's very quick. He's going to go right to the front, but he's quit on his own sometimes. Looked like he was home free at the 8th pole and still backed up. Freshened since January. Where's he been? He's never won on a fast track, and I think he's going to get some pressure from the 2 higher purpose first off the claim for Jose Corrales, who's just done bang-up work off the claim of recent note. I think those 2 go out and set a blistering pace. Going to set it up for a closer. Bust off, we've got a video, right, of his last race. The blinkers went on, and this was first off the claim for my man Abel Castellano. Did well around here as a rider, proving himself now as a trainer. Was hung out 3 deep around the turn. Okay, internal fractions is going to be able to go ahead and pull away by some 2.5 at the wire under Jeremy Rose. Jeremy Rose back looking to get himself a big summer up between here and Delaware Park. But I think Bustoff doesn't need to lead. Showed that improved speed. He's going to be more tactical with the blinkers. Not as quick as a couple of these. He's going to sit in the catbird seat and go by through the stretch.
Yeah, good. Look at the win percentage for Jeremy Rose, who won the course of Preakness and Belmont on a Fleet Alex, but 42% winners this year. He's back. I guess he's back. He's kind of, selecting who he wants to ride for and riding for good outfits, and 13 wins from 31 starts.
I think Doug McGlory, if you check out the Racing Biz, I think he did a nice little piece on Jeremy Rose. So go to the racingbiz.com and check out that article.
All right, good to see Jeremy Rose back. So I like the 3. We both like the 1 Elusive Hero. Joan Rosado aboard first off the claim for Cal Lynch, and this is a 4-year-old by Runaway and Hyde, a big second last out. That was going 7 furlongs. He was in front turning for home, just got a little tired. Now we cut back. We wait to 30 days. We're right back in for 16. We cut back to 6 furlongs, and well, I guess the 1 Elusive Hero, your morning line favorite, he's going to be part of the early pace as well. A lot of speed in here.
Yeah, he should be. Last time, a pretty good internal 7/8. I don't think he's got that gate quickness of Poplar Avenue or even higher purpose. I think he's going to draft back. He's shown the ability to close at 6 furlongs. Just a little leery here off the claim. Cal, that's not been his forte of late. Waited the appropriate time, is going to hold the level with Elusive Hero. I think he's a little vulnerable at a short price.
All right, so we like the same 4 horses there in race 2. Let's check out the 3rd race, race 3. We're on the main track. The big fields on the turf, they're coming, trust me. Race 3, we're going 5/8 on the main track. Maiden claiming 40,000 for 2-year-olds. And while this race kind of decimated with scratchers, take out the 1, 4, 5, and the 7. So we end up on a short price favorite here, the 2. We both have the 2 on top here. Quad 8s. Xavier Perez will ride this 2-year-old colt by outflanker for trainer Jerry Robb. Now, Damon, help me out here. I know we have a video on the turf. Do we also have a video in the afternoon for Quad 8s, correct? Anyway, can we use that as well this morning? Okay, all right, yeah, key that up if you have it. This horse is going to take an awful lot of money here. Let's take a look. If you have it, Damon, let's roll with that. Here's Quad 8s on May 4th.
Yeah, ran a bang-up race again. Sharp debut. Well, here we go. A little zigzagging through the stretch. I wanted to go out to the hot dog stand and go grab a dog and a Coke or something and a beer. But, yeah, get straightened out late on that left lead. The blinkers are going to go on today. Now, the drop into 40, I guess it's okay. It was only, it was a $5,500 purchase, but there's run 2 bang-up races. I tell you, a little suspicious of that, but probably right to the front today. Blinkers on and going to try to maintain a straight course.
All right, so the quad eights, he was number 6 there in the video. He's number 2 today. We both have him on top. The 3 on the turf, though, this horse had a nice debut effort as the favorite. We have a video spotlight of that race. Here's the start.
Yeah, bet down, a little stumble at the break. You can't do that. But I tell you, this horse took a ton of play in debut. Didn't see that really coming. Basically 6-5, a stumble against a horse that was Wellman against Oak Street and just galloped over Pimlico. I tell you, settled this horse well back off the pace and really didn't get to kind of asking until past the quarter pole. On the turf, finishes up quite well, I thought, the final eighth of a mile. No way was going to catch the winner, but a good, willing finish. I see some major improvement coming from this one with a clear beginning.
All right, so yeah, I like the 3 as well. Trainer John Salzman Jr., he's quietly having a very solid year, 24% win percentage. Jorge Riaz and Salzman Jr., they're 21% together. So the 3 we both like, and then the 6 just 1, not 2, and the 8 victory given a kind of round out the field here.
Yeah, the first are on the outside. First forward of a mare that was 1 for 13. Corrales, he hasn't won a ton. The first, that hasn't been his MO of late, and just 1, not 2. Took some play in debut. Maybe the first time gelding. Maybe that horse will improve a little bit, but looks like the 2 or 3 in here. And the 2 is going to be, when it's all said and done, yeah, I think one is now probably 2-5 in that range.
All right, so that's in race 3. Let's get a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll take a look at race 4, the first leg of today's 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. Did you have that Pick 6 Monday at Pimlico? Mandatory payout. They bet almost $1.2 million new money into it. The total pool was up around $1.5 million. I took a big swing at it. I played a big ticket. Yeah. I crashed and burned, though. I didn't cash for $14,000. How'd you do?
The Brain Trust upstairs, they had a good day.
You guys hit it?
We had a couple guys kind of throw their stuff together, and we did all right. Team effort.
To take it down. You needed a team effort.
Don't want to name names because guys are going to come out of the woodwork.
I know. You needed a team effort. You needed a big ticket to have a couple of them prices. So nice job. We'll see if we can give you some winners for today's Pick 6. We'll take a look right after this.
Join us for Jim McKay Maryland Million Day on Saturday, October 19th at Laurel Park. Come with friends and family to Maryland's Day at the Races, a celebration of Maryland's horses and lots of fun for all ages. Enjoy a full day of racing, including on-track entertainment between races. Don't miss the hat contest, 3 categories and wonderful prizes. It'll be fun for all at Laurel Park, Saturday, October 19th. For more information, visit MarylandMillion.com or LaurelPark.com.
All right, welcome back. Lots of action here in race 4. It kicks off the middle pick 4. It also starts the 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. No carryover. We start fresh today in the Rainbow Pick 6. We're on the turf here in race 4. Big field. We're going a mile on the Dahlia Turf Course. Rail setting at 52 feet. Claiming 16,000 filly mares 3 and up. Never won 2. Lifetime is the condition. My best bet of the day here. You have this filly on top as well. The 6, Music Maker. She looks awfully tough. A 4-year-old daughter of Gio Ponte for trainer Arnaud Delacour. You have a stat for trainer Arnaud Delacour. Let's check it out.
It's not a huge sample because he doesn't run a whole lot of claimers, does he, Stan, when it's all said and done. But Delacour, the last 3 years, he's 3 for 6 with mid-level claimers on the turf following a maiden score, and you're seeing that's just going to hold the level. A maiden 16 winner at Tampa last out. A buyer of 56 could have run much faster. Was just under a guzzle hole pretty much throughout. Confidently handled. We'll see if anybody jumps in for this daughter of Gio Ponte. Strong final quarter. Got McCarthy coming right back at you. She is the one to beat. Not a huge fig advantage, and I think the 3's going to take a lot of play as well. Needy rides again, but I've got her line too high. I believe it's 7-2.
Well,
it's a bigger field.
I love her. She's my best bet of the day. A sharp recent work up there at Fair Hill. 5 furlongs, 101 and 4. So we both have the 6 Music Maker on top. We both like the 10. Lulu's on the move. Comes off the layoff for trainer Hammy Smith. Jevion Toledo will ride. This filly by Patio Prado, she was running some big races on the turf last summer against better company. So she could be dangerous coming off the layoff here.
Yeah, I think so. Her recent works are strong. It looks like she's geared up and primed to run big first off the bench. And you see some of the company lines. Darcy May Liberal has run well, churning out some money down at Gulfstream. She's run against the right kind. Just needs to be a little bit closer, turning for home. Like I say, we had a little bit of rain here, yesterday. I still think this course is going to be on the firmer side. At Pimlico, you had to be fairly close turning for home. I think she's going to have to be within 3 or 4 of it turning for home if she's going to win it.
All right, we both like the 3 as well. Niti rides again. The Mark Reed barn, they had a phenomenal Preakness meet at Pimlico. Reed stabled at Pimlico, so no surprise. And he gets the bug boy, Julio Correa, who had a real nice meet at Pimlico as well. And this 5-year-old mare, my kitten's Joy, she's starting to wake up a little bit. She had a nice, she won this level last out, was disqualified and placed second. She drifted out a bit at the 8th pole, and that wasn't her fault. She ran a big race, and she figures to be right there again today.
I got a little bit tired there, that yielding turf course over there. Just a little unfortunate for the connections, but showed she could stretch out and handle it. Shortens up a 16th of a mile. Should be right in her wheelhouse. I think she's a major player in the 4th.
How about, I like the comment that you gave this mare, the 7 Petticoats and Pistols. Her last comment, firm rate. Now you don't see that too often. Firm rate, and then she made her move in a real encouraging second coming off the layoff. Now second off the layoff for a good turf trainer, Susan Cooney. We're stretching out to a mile with Forrest Boyce. The 7 Petticoats and Pistols could be interesting here at a nice price.
That's the job of a chart caller.
Right.
We got to give you a visual. When you look down at that running line, I want to have comments kind of work with that running line. You can kind of almost paint a picture, and that's what we do with the longer footnotes as well. But this
kind
is
of a setup for a longer race.
Could be. Yeah, she was pretty keen early off the shelf as well that day. Maybe really wanted to go, but Forrest did a nice job and got this mare to finish. Can she stretch out? Kind of like Needy rides again. Can she prove that she can go out to that mile distance? But I think she's going to improve off the layoff. Second off the layoff, I should say.
All right, so nice big field going a mile on the Dahlia Turf Course. Kicks off the pick 6. Let's turn the page here. I like the late pick 5 today. No carryover, but as always, that industry low, 12% takeout on both your pick 5s. Let's check out my late pick 5 ticket, $54 play. Race 5, I go 3 deep. I used a 3-6-8 here in the 5th, and then I used a 3-5-6 in race 6. Race 7, I narrow it down a bit. The 2 Rough Sea and the 3 Top Hat Warrior, they look awfully tough. Race 8, that's a beaten 8,000 going a mile. I used a 4-6-8 there. And then race 9, the favorite in race 9, that's a big field, 5.5 furlongs on the Dahlia Turf Course in race 9. The favored is the 5 flying on the ground. She'll be in front, turning for home. But I also like a long shot in there. The 9 Millie Child, 15-1. She had a nice, impressive debut win against Maiden 16 short on a muddy track. Now she steps up, facing winners for the first time. Tough starter allowance, big field. She's trying turf for the first time. Her dam won on the turf. You get Toledo, and I think the 9 Millie Child is going to run a big race today. So I use her on my late pick 5 ticket, and she'll be a nice price there in race 9. So there's my late pick 5. Let's take a look here at race 5. We're going a mile in a 16th and the 5th on the all-along turf course. No rail setting. Claiming 12,500, 3 and up. Wide open 12-5 claimer here. We both have the 6 on top. Air Bueno for trainer Wayne Potts. Jen Miller, she won a race for Wayne Potts at Pimlico, and she rides this 10-year-old who's a 12-time winner on the turf. Just got beat at Pimlico at this level on the turf with Jen Miller back on May 9th.
And turf race is a little improved on the barn change, off a little bit of a break. I thought that was a big effort on May the 9th. We got several horses in this race that ran on May the 9th over at Pimlico. And Air Bueno's race in that split of the 12 open 12-5 really was hammered. Didn't have a ton of flow early, but man, made a big run late. And I think this horse is gonna get more flow up front today. Bay Bridge takes the blinkers off. I think Day Strike is going to be close. Needs to save a little bit more ground, but just needs to follow through. I guess my biggest question mark on Air Bueno. Yeah, it went all the way to Suffolk, tried to find that condition race, but I guess at 10 years old, you could take the shot to 75. Nobody was going to jump in, but he brings this race back for May the 9th behind Speed Game, a next out winner. He's going to be right there.
All right, so we both like the 6. Well, we both like the 7 as well here. Now, I didn't use the 7. I'm not really fond of the 7 after that the last drubbing at Pimlico. I didn't. I use them 4th. I don't use them on my pick 5 ticket. He's a classy 6-year-old with a bunch of big efforts on the turf, but I guess he didn't like that yielding turf course at Pimlico. It was May 11th. He got beat 43 lengths that day, so you just have to hope that he's recovered after that.
You see his 2 worst races on a good turf course back in October, and we know how this turf course can get a little goofy, in late October, early November, and the yielding turf course. So you cross out those, the 79, John, it just jumps out at you against a better field. Nate's Tizzy came back to run it well in that starter / open 25. Yeah, primetime man, Kieran with an aggressive move right back at you with the primetime man.
How about the 3 Day Strike? A nice price for Damon Dilladovico. He had a big meet at Pimlico. Forest Boys will ride his 7-year-old by Smart Strike. He's a 3-time winner on the grass twice. He's won on the grass right here at Laurel Park, and he had a big effort last out at Pimlico at this level. Got in front by a head, turning for home. A good third behind Minister's Strike, who would come back to win. So this horse will get a ground-saving trip. He'll be in the front flight. Maybe Forrest try to go right to the front and try to set some slow early fractions here with the 3 Day Strike.
Yeah, I think it's here, Bay Bridge. Maybe they could run as a team
Bay
a long
Bridge,
way around the racetrack. Bay Bridge, go to the front, and Day Strike, go ahead and stalk and pounce. Those two will go out early. He's such a he tries, this horse, and he just that last little bit, last 16th of a mile, 70 yards, can he kind of just follow through? He almost needs that perfect trip. Boy, he's a trier, though. He gives you an effort, and he's a factor. I'm not going to leave him out of my exactas and trifectas. Day Strike.
All right, see if we can get the 10-year-old Chilean bred Air Buono home in race.
And High Society. I want to mention him real quick.
Yeah.
Had a big price. Just look at those stats. Second off the kind of left, $13 ROI. Dirt to turf, $14 ROI. Not huge samples, but everything's positive with Marilyn McMullen. This horse gets a ride. Victor Rosales gets in a little bit light. Can maybe move into contention a little bit sooner. He runs against the right kind. Daniel DeLaDue, Papal Law. We saw Papal Law with a big price score. So maybe he's your price user underneath as well.
Yeah, he ran some big races last summer on the turf. Victor Rosales, he woke up at the Pimlico meet. He had a 3-win day, and him and Corrales and him and Correa and the new one, Avery Wisman. They look like the three bug riders to keep your eye on this summer. So nice big field there. Been big fields on the turf, races 4 and 5 to get you going on the pick 6 and the late pick 5. Back to the main track here in race 6. We kick off the late pick 4 in race 6. A mile and a 16,000 starter allowance. Optional claiming 25,000, 3 and up. I go with the 5. Let's start there with the 5 on top. The Great Caspi. One was just stepping up in a tough condition last out. But this 6-year-old has some backlash, and the backlash showed last out. A big win at 15-1 against 16,000 starter allowance. The same condition as today. One with Caramanos aboard. 82 buyer speed figure for trainer Kieran McGee and owner Aaron McElwee. So I go right back to the 5, the Great Caspi today on top here in race 6.
You think, well, maybe he just got a setup. They went awfully quick. You look at the internals, but he's a horse that can lay closer to slower fraction and kind of grind it out as well. Very versatile. Popped a big number, and he's shown he can pair up some big races. So the Great Caspi, I think Kieran is poised as well to kind of make a major impact in this summer meet at Laurel Park. I go to the 4, Sanavi, another one back to the Mike Pino barn, comes out of a tough race. The rail was pretty good at Pimlico on May the 9th, and this horse was hung out every step of the way. I like that we've got McCarthy Keys up against the right kind of horses. Marengo Road up at Penn, he's been proven to run well in 2 other thens and 3 other thens in Maryland. I think Sanavi is going to make amends off of that wide trip against the bias at Pimlico.
Yeah, you get McCarthy, Mike Pino. He's always sharp. I used the 4 there, but I didn't use Sanavi on my pick 5 ticket. The 3, we both like the 3. We have a video spotlight to show you on Sir Orinoco for trainer Mike Girales. Here's the race, a big second on May 3rd in the mud.
His first try at the distance, broke a little bit slow in the shorter field. Here we go, right out of the gate. A little step slow into the outside. Has to be corrected by Centeno, who's going to be back aboard today. But stretched out, targeted a pretty quick leader. Made the move, opened up a couple lengths, but just couldn't quite get it done. It's going to get run down. Here's the Great Caspi on the outside under a steady left-handed stick work. Is going to grind them down. A little drift there by Sir Orinoco. Maybe the fractions won't be as damaging today. Going to relax a little bit better, but I thought it was a pretty good first route for Sir Orinoco.
All right, yeah, I like him as well. You get Daniel Centeno back aboard, so we both like the 3. We both like some of the same horses there. in race 6. Let's turn the page here. Race 7, we're on the main track. We're going a flat mile here in race 7. 25,000 starter allowance, 3 and up. Never won 2 is the condition. We both like the 2 Rough Sea. Let's start there. We have a video spotlight to show you. We'll get to that in a couple seconds, but a real big effort. First off the claim, last out for trainer Robbie Bales. That was May 4th at Laurel. Maiden 25,000, going 7 furlongs. And the 6-year-old son of Include, he galloped that day. They rated him. They took him off the pace. He had to steady at the start. He came 4 wide at the quarter pole, and he won going away by 6.5. Big 71 Beyer speed figure that day. Kevin Gomez back aboard today. Doesn't look like this 6-year-old to have any problem at all stretching out to a mile today. So we both like the 2 Rough Sea.
It's called shooting and scoring.
Hit it.
Yeah, claim for the 10 up to the 25. Win going away at 8-1, and was entered the day prior, I believe, on the turf, was going to be a favorite. They get the money here on Rough Sea. Had to be steadied at the break and just really kind of rolled around the turn, made a big move into the stretch. Drifted in a little bit after that wide move to Win going away. A little bit left in the tank for Rough Sea. You look at his back numbers, back in 17 on the way back, they're good. Rough Sea, he's right back. He's protected today for Robbie Bales and John Kenworthy. Certainly a little bit better break. He's going to be right up into the pace flow.
All right, so we both like the 2 Rough Sea. That's your 8-5 morning line favorite, but the 3 Top Hat Warrior is 9-5, and this 3-year-old colt by Warrior's Reward, he's in good form in the 2 races since trainer Hugh McMahon claimed him for 12-5 back in December. A real big second here at Laurel at this level back in February, and then a good second with a 70 Beyer speed figure going a mile against 25,000 claimers. That was late March. Been freshened up since then. Gets Avery Wisman. This kid came to life at Pimlico, riding well. And this horse, Top Hat Warrior, he gets in with a nice lightweight assignment. Maybe that's why you have him on top. 110. He's getting 13 pounds from the favorite here.
Yeah, he's getting 13. He's getting weight. He's got that benefit of going the mile recently. And this kind of layoff works well for horses off of a top fig with Hugh McMahon. Hugh McMahon, he's 2 for 8 and 5 for 8 in the money with horses off of a top fig coming off a layoff 61 to 180 days. Positive ROI. It's just over $3. Top Hat Warrior, the light bulb's going on for him. I'm the Tap It Now who beat him, stepped up to run big for $32,000 after that. So one of these 2, I think, have to get it done if you're playing, your late pick 4s, your pick 5s, pick 6s. Looks to me like the 2 and the 3. In race 7. I
agree with you. The 6 we both use, Bandito, a little bit. He might be part of the early pace here for Marco Salazar. Antonio Lopez will ride. He's just been kind of hanging around at this level. Hadn't been running bad, but doesn't look like he's good enough to win it today.
Yeah, he just hadn't gotten back to those 80 figs that he had run prior. He's kind of leveled out there at the lower 60s and maybe caught 2 horses that are on the improve right now. Rough Sea, a little tough to gauge. He's a 6-year-old. He had a big layoff, but boy, that was a monstrous effort first off the claim.
All right, so 2-3, 3-2 all day long there in race 7. Let's get to race 8. Now, when we get to our race 8, that's when you really want to start thinking about getting your tickets in for the Stronach 5. The Stronach 5 starts Santa Anita, race 3. That's going to go off at about 5:08. Okay, our race 8 here at Laurel scheduled to go off at about 4:45. Okay, and so that's when you want to start getting your Stronach 5 tickets in. There's the lineup. We start Santa Anita, race 3, 5:08. Then Laurel Park, race 9 is the second leg of today's Stronach 5. Then Gulfstream, race 8. Then Golden Gate Fields, race 5. Then Gulfstream Park, race 9. I have a Stronach 5 ticket. Let's take a look here at my ticket. A $72 ticket, Santa Anita. That's a tough first leg. A maiden special weight for 2-year-old, Cal-bred, Cal-sired, going 4.5. It's an 8-horse field. I go 4 deep there with the 1, 3, 4, 5. Laurel Park, race 9. Second leg of the Stronach 5. The 5 flying on the ground's one of your favorites. I like a 15-1 long shot in there, though. The 9 Millie Child, I think, is going to run big today with Jevion Toledo aboard for Katie Voss. So the 9 Millie Child, I think, live at 15-1 in the second leg of today's Stronach 5. Then Gulfstream, race 7, I go 3 deep with the 2, 4, 6. Golden Gate Fields, I'm 3 deep there, 6, 7, 8. And then the 5th and final leg, I single on my girl Kathleen O'Connell Let's see if she can get this filly by alternation home. The 2, She Fled the Scene, the favored in race 9 at Gulfstream, so I single there. Tough sequence in the Stronach 5 today.
And the Stronach 5 would have shown the popularity of the bet. Yeah, it's maybe a little bit more expensive sometimes. You jump in, it's rewarding. Yeah,
Right.
you might string together, a couple 3-to-1s and a 4-to-1. You don't need that big bomb to come out with a couple thousand in this wager, and that's what you like. It gives you an opportunity. If you're a little bit leery, grab a friend or two. Go ahead and make a decent ticket because you want to give yourself a shot.
Let's take a look at race 8. Kicks off the late daily double. We're going a mile, claiming 8,003 and up. Haven't won a race in 6 months. Races in it for 7 or less, not considered in the eligibility. I go with the 6 on top here. The 6, Young American for trainer Wayne Potts. Rosario Montanez will ride. This 5-year-old's a 5-time winner here at Laurel Park, and he's been in good form his last 3 races. A good third last out against Starter Allowance. I was going 6 furlongs at Pimlico. A real good third 2 starts ago, going 7 furlongs here at Laurel, and a good third at this level, going a mile back in early April. So Young American in good form, been consistent. I think he'll be right there today in race 8.
Going to throw him into the mix. I think I'm a little bit better right now, maybe at that 6 to 7 furlong distance, but he's a tactical kind of runner. He can make a move into the flow. Give me a little bit more finish is what we're going to need to see from Young American. I go to the outside in Haynes Fever. Rodolfo Sanchez Salaman, he is just rolling right along. And this horse ran on May the 9th, just off the rail, was caught in between horses through a just brutal duel. 23 and 2, 46 and 4, 11 and change. Just a fade very, very late. Draws outside at this mile distance, works, has been ridden well by Thais Pastina before, gets along with this rider. May have to deal with Magician's Calendar to the inside of some possible speed, but I think Haynes Fever, you got a red-hot trainer right now, a horse that's got positional speed and a little stamina. I think he goes a long way here in the 8th race. You got to use the 8 as well. Mucho Mas Grande, another one of Wayne Potts. This horse is in here. Yeah, let's watch the video on May the 9th. Gets in a lot of trouble late. We're going to be able to see. You've got Haynes Fever battling on the lead, battle ready at it, and we'll pick up Mucho Mas Grande here, top of the stretch, in the black cap, just crying out for room, coming to the 8th pole, a little steady, a little check. The field just kind of gets away, swings to the outside, finally levels off when he gets clear over to the correct lead. And watch this run, the last 16th of a mile. Just a sharp game, about 3 or 4 lengths stand. Mucho Mas Grande just needs a clean trip in today's 8th.
All right, so we both like the 8. We like the same 4 horses, just a little different order there in race 8. Let's get to race 9. We're going to have a lot of national attention on race 9. It's leg B, as in boy, of the Stronach 5. It's a big 12-horse field. We're going 5.5 furlongs on the Dahlia Turf Course, rail setting at 52 feet. So 25,000 starter allowance, filly mares 3 and up, never won 2 lifetime. The 5 is your morning line favorite. Let's start right there. That's who I pick on top. Flying on the ground. Let's show you her video from May 4th right here at Laurel Park at this level. There she is in front, turning for home. She opens up 3.5 on the field. This race was going 6 furlongs. Lizzie Merriman is the trainer. Lizzie Merriman also had another horse in the race who was dead last, turning for home. And here she comes, Good Night Moon, flying at the end, gets up by a head, nails flying on the ground, right on the wire. Again, this was going 6 furlongs. This mare by Mizzen Mass flying on the ground, got a big 67 Beyer speed figure. That's the 3rd time she's gotten a 67 Beyer sprinting on the turf. We only have to go 5.5 furlongs today. Second off the layoff. Caramano's back aboard. Lizzie Merriman having a nice meet, so I go with the 5 flying on the ground on top. She's your favorite, but I like a long shot second who might pull off the upset. I'll be rooting on the 9 Millie Child, but first your thoughts on the 5 and then your top pick, Bridgewater.
No, she ran lights out. Dueled through very good fractions, opened up. You see the final time, 8 and some change. Visually was trying to the wire every step of the way. Can run right back. You made it. 3rd place finisher came back to win clear at Pimlico. Market money, you go 3 races back. Had run well at Pimlico. Yeah, favoritism is going to go between the 5 and the 6. Luna Real was a corrected buy her up to 73. She could be the favorite. I think one of those two are going to be in that 5 to 2, 3 to 1 range when it's all said and done. Lunarell is going to shorten up and try to make a rally into it. I go to the 8, Bridgewater, though, Stan. I think Dale is deadly with this kind of move. Off time, claimed this horse out of its debut last summer. It ran okay on the turf, but you get a second dam. Big cat walks like there's a lot of turf in this family. This is a good angle for Dale. We've got a little stat. 3 for 14, 7 for 14 in the money, plus 180 days on the grass. That kind of layoff, those long layoff. It works. ROI close to $5. Bridgewater, positioned just outside of flying on the ground, I think is going to be a factor. I don't want to duel, but I think this horse is going to be fresh and ready to go, and has attracted Trevor McCarthy.
I didn't use the horse. She's a 4-year-old filly by Orientate. She was kind of a money burner, beaten favorite at this level. Her last 3 tries last fall. Now, I was on the main track. Now she tries the turf coming off the layoff. She tried the turf in her debut. She's a different animal now.
Yeah.
She ran okay on it in her debut. But, yeah, you're right about Dale, 31% and a big positive ROI coming off the layoff. I didn't use the 8. I use a long shot in my exacta. She might be able to pull off the upset. I think she'll be running late. The 9, Millie Child. I know this filly well. My girlfriend and her mom, they bred this filly. She's by Freedom Child out of a 2-punch mare. The mare, Pagan Star. Now, she won a nickel 2 life sprinting on the turf at Colonial.
Yep.
I think got like a 59 by her speed figure. She was also second sprinting on the turf at Colonial with like a 61 by her speed figure. So Millie Child might be able to step up. She's going to have to be able to step up.
Right.
So you're going to need to be mid the filly Goodnight Moon, who won this condition last out. She got a 68 by her. So for Millie Child to win this race, she's going to have to jump up 15, 20 by her speed figure points to win it. But it was an impressive debut. She had to break on the inside in a big field. She made a nice big long run around the far turn on the inside, got up the rail. Toledo did a magnificent job on her in debut. She came out of that race great. I'm the hot walker for her in the mornings at Katie Vall. She's been training well. She worked well last Sunday. She's been eating the bottom of her feed tub up. She scarfed her breakfast down this morning. She's doing well, and her mom won on the turf, and I think she's going to run well today. I think she'll be coming late with Toledo. She'll have to like the turf, and she'll have to be able to step up against a tough group, and she'll have to get a good trip as a closing sprinter.
Well, she was well schooled. She wasn't frazzled. She was caught in between horses in that debut. Finished up quite well. Toledo got along with her perfectly. Yeah, we see horses make the jump, Stan. It's not 10, 15, 20 points from turf from dirt to turf. If they like it, it's not impossible. And if she's rolling, get out of her way, because she is a big filly.
Yeah, she's big,
she will roll you over.
And that maiden win has produced 2 next out winners, so that's making that effort look even better. So I think the 9, Millie Child's live will get a big price because it's a big 12-horse field. The favorites like Claudio and the 5, they're going to get bet. Farrier's going to get bet. Dale and McCarthy, they're going to get bet on the 8, Bridgewater. So we're going to get every bit of 12, 15 to 1 on her.
You are going to get a price. You deserve a price, no doubt. Yep. I mean, there's 4 or 5 of them look very close on form. I think she's going to be one of those forgotten ones within the whole thing. Doesn't mean she can't run big. That's what we're looking for as gamblers, right?
Yep.
We want the sleeper that can jump up at a price. I'm going to also toss in the 12, Words of a Feather. I thought her sprint last year in July over this turf course was pretty good behind Glittering Judy, who's proven to be a pretty good turf sprinter in her own right. She's freshened up. Mary's going to have her ready to make a run from the back of the pack.
All right, so a big 12-horse field in race 9. It's going to be the biggest handle of the day by far. We're going to get a lot of national attention on this race. It's the second leg of that popular national wager, the Stronach 5, which starts at Santa Anita, race 3 at about 5:08. All right, so about 5 o'clock, they'll start getting those Stronach 5 tickets in. Start Santa Anita, race 3. Looking forward to a big summer meet. Beautiful weather.
Gorgeous.
And we had awful weather last year for Preakness and the whole year, and we're getting Mother Nature making up for it this year. We had beautiful weather at Pimlico for the 2 big days, and a beautiful weather for opening weekend.
Yeah, a little warm today and tomorrow, but I think things are supposed to cool down a little bit. We got sunny skies. We got a great turf course. Looks awesome, guys. Plush. Looking to be firm to start. We'll adjust if needed, and that main track is fast and fair, and that's what we like. The courses here have been fair. They've been honest. You really don't get a prolonged bias over our racetracks.
All right, that's it. We're out of time. Big early handicapping show. We hope we gave you some winners and some plays of the day. Good luck. Dave Rodman, he's coming up next with today's scratches and changes.
Good luck.